boys in the name of Jesus. This video is going to be doing my review of Gotham Season 1, Episode 18, Everyone Has a Cobble Pot. So first, I need to say I'm going to make this as quick as possible because this review is very overdue. So this episode opens up with Alfred. He's just trying to struggle from his wounds and just tries to refuse to point out that it was Payne who killed him. And then soon afterwards, Selina Kyle approaches Bruce. I was so glad to see those two interact, and he tells her that there was some files stolen from Payne, and Bruce intended to find him. Meanwhile, he was somewhat blaming himself for what happened to Alfred, and Selina was telling him to stop doing that because it's not his fault. So I think Bruce should listen to her more often in the future. Gordon and Harvey Dent are just looking. By the way, it was nice seeing Harvey Dent return. They are just investigating the release of Officer Flash, which came out of the blue by Commissioner Loeb, and Bullock reveals that Loeb was collecting information on police officers who committed mob murders, which Loeb used to threaten them. And with Bullock, he threatened him to falsely confess to giving illegitimate evidence against Flash. So, and then they investigate Gordon. That Gordon learns that Loeb had ties with Falcone, which means he's a corrupt cop, and with the help of Oswald. Speaking of, and as for Cobblepot, he agrees, and he asks for help from Oswald Cobblepot, who agrees in return for an eventual favor. They investigate Loeb's Bullock uptown farm, where they find his insane daughter Miriam, and Miriam admits to the murder of his mommy. He uses that information to end Bullock's case by threatening Loeb. So, meanwhile, we have Fish Mooney, who strangely has both her eyes again for some reason. She meets the doll maker, which is probably his name is Francis Dullmaker, which is Dulmacher or Maker, something like that. And and apparently she was provided with a new eye, and was allowed to allow herself to prove herself in order to become his second in command. So, and Fish, to her shock, finds out that the prison facility is on an island, in an isolated island off the European coast. So, wow. I don't know how Mooney's getting out of this one. So, I've been kind of thinking that this was all about Fish Mooney. At the beginning of the series, Fish Mooney owns this nightclub, and then soon all of a sudden we have, as part of the Penguin's rise, we see him take over Mooney's place, and that becomes known as the place known as the Iceberg Lounge in the comic. In the comic book, he has Oswald Cobblepot has this nightclub called the Iceberg Lounge, which is basically a front for his criminal activities. So we have it. So that's basically where they're going. They had to have Cobblepot take over Fish Mooney's old place, and it's only a matter of time before it becomes known as the Iceberg Lounge, if it isn't already known as that at the moment. So, anyways, I don't know what I have to give this. I'll give this for now a solid 8 out of 10. So that's basically what I'll have to do with it. All right. It's going to be insane. It's mad that I have to wait till April 13th for the next episode. Anyways, that's all for this video. Oh, and I have to add something else. The finale for Gotham will be coming on, the season 1 finale will be on May 4th. So, yeah, that's when we have to do it. That's when it will be coming on. That's when we will have our coming on. There are basically 4 more episodes left after this, so. And yes. Alright, again, now that is all for this episode, this video.